Kasey Kahne returns to NASCAR at Rockingham after 7-year hiatus. After nearly 2 decades as a full-time NASCAR driver, Kasey Kahne stepped away from the sport in 2018 due to extreme dehydration issues that sidelined him for the final 11 races of that season. It was a difficult goodbye, but one that prioritized his health. Since then, Kahne has largely stayed out of the NASCAR spotlight, choosing to focus on dirt racing and spending time away from the National Series grind. But in 2025, something changed. When NASCAR released its National Series schedules for the season, one race on the calendar stood out to Kahne: Rockingham Speedway. The track holds a special place in the 45-year-old's heart, having made his Xfinity Series debut there in 2002 and nearly winning a Cup Series race in just his second start in 2004. His undefeated record in Craftsman Truck Series competition at Rockingham in 2012 only strengthened the bond. During the early hours of January 10th, Kahne sent a message to an old friend, Keith Rodden, now the vice president of competition at Childress Racing. The text was simple: "What's happening with Rockingham?" That inquiry quickly snowballed into a full-fledged comeback. Rodden, who worked with Kahne for over a decade at Hendrick Motorsports, immediately called him. By the next day, Rodden and Danny Lawrence, vice president of Alliance Operations and director of RCR's Xfinity program, pitched the idea to team owner Richard Childress. Childress didn't hesitate. Just like that, Kahne was back in the fold, set to pilot the number 33 Chevrolet for one race, the North Carolina Education Lottery 250. To get Kahne reacquainted, RCR invited him to an organizational test at Rockingham on January 28th. The test came with a surprise. The track had been repaved. Despite the new surface and years away from NASCAR, Kahne felt instantly at home. "I felt great off the start and was really happy with how quickly it came back to me," Kahne said. "It doesn't feel like I've been out of NASCAR as long as I have. Time flies, and I'm glad to be back doing this race." Why Rockingham? Kahne has always loved Rockingham's unique character. Its blend of banking, flat corners, and abrasive surface make it a driver's track. He's raced at the Rock across 3 NASCAR divisions and has been competitive each time. The size of the track, the banking, the flatness and spots, everything that Rockingham brings. "It's a cool track that I wanted to race again at," he said, prepared for battle. Kahne isn't just showing up to wave to fans. He's aiming to compete. With help from full-time RCR drivers Austin Hill and Jesse Love, simulator sessions, and a top-tier car from the team's intermediate program, he's going in with high expectations. He tested a car based on Kyle Busch's 2024 Charlotte chassis, and the number 33 machine Hill raced this weekend is a fresh, never-before-used sibling to that car. Led by veteran crew chief Andy Street, the team is giving Kahne the best chance to contend. "We're making sure we put our best foot forward," Rodden said. "When we're at our best, that's where we're at with the numbers 2 and 21. We expect the 33 to be there as well." A legend's brief return. Kahne, a member of NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers, is one of only 3 drivers entered in the Rockingham Xfinity race who has previously competed there, the others being Ryan Sieg and Jeb Burton. With 8 career Xfinity Series wins under his belt, he knows what it takes to win at this level. "I'm doing it to do everything that I can to win the race," Kahne said. "That's not going to be easy, but I want to run all the laps and be as close to the front as I can." Rodden, who worked side by side with Kahne for years, sees this as more than just a one-off story. It's a celebration of one of the sport's most respected drivers returning for one more shot. "Kasey is one of the greatest 75 drivers in NASCAR history," Rodden said. "In his prime, he was one of the best. Still a racer at heart. In the years since leaving NASCAR, Kahne hasn't stopped racing. He's currently running the full high-limit racing season, a National Dirt Series, and sits 8th in points after 6 races. While the longest event in that series is around 50 laps, jumping back into a NASCAR Xfinity race brings a whole new challenge, one he's excited for. "The situation that I'm in is very good. Really enjoying the whole process," Kahne said. "We'll give Rockingham everything we've got, and after that, we'll see if there's another one we'd like to do." One thing is certain: Kasey Kahne's return isn't about nostalgia. It's about competition. And Rockingham The track where so much began for him is the perfect place for a new chapter to start.